Hello everyone, it's your boy Prophet Ryan. I'm back with another video, another topic, another creative content. This one is for the people of the world, the nations. I have the revelations, I have the prophecy to give to everyone. So now, I want everyone to know, listen, pay close attention, man, because what I'm about to share and break down with everyone is really, really serious. This is a lot of information that I have for people today, man. And I know a lot of people are thinking the usual, what's the topic? What's Prophet Ryan got to say? What's he got to speak about today? Well, guess what? I have it to hand. And as you know, people, like I said, I've been learning so much, man. I've been going through so much. And let me tell you something. I'm no different to everyone else. I'm still going through the trials and tribulations of myself. We are all trying to break free from the matrix system. We're all trying to break free from this system that's got all of us in a stronghold right now, people, that a lot of people have forfeit. A lot of people have been taken out because of the evil and what's going on in the world today. But guess what? I have the revelations, people. And you know how it goes when I come down, when I've got all the revelations, man. People gonna be watching this video and they're thinking, shit, I didn't know none of this tip. I didn't know none of these things that was going on. I was clueless. I was blind. And that's my job, people. I'm here to wake up the nation and let them know what's going on. And let them know what's to come. So, like I said, we're going to kick it off, people, man. And if you notice these days, people, I have to take down my notes because I go through so much learning. I learn so much, people. I have to write down notes because even me, I'm thinking, shit. We have been brainwashed so much that the stuff that we're thinking about, people, don't even exist. The stuff that people are killing themselves and killing people over in the world doesn't exist. But these are things that have been created to keep us down in stronghold, to keep mankind hating each other, fighting for money, thinking that money gives us power when it doesn't. What gives us power, people, is knowledge and wisdom. So now I'm going to get into the topic, man. So like I said, I know a lot of people thinking, what's the topic today, people? What's going on? Well, the topic today, people, that I want to speak to everyone about is the bailiffs. That's right. But not only the bailiffs. Why are the bailiffs doing what they're doing? Who are in control of the bailiffs? Who are the bailiffs working for? Now, we do know that these people are not doing a godly job. And by any means to destroy people, to get people to kill themselves, to get people to sacrifice themselves, to get people to sell their soul, to get people to always be in worrying and misery because of the thinking where they're going to get their next money from, when they're going to get their next meal from, when is life going to get better, when is God really going to do things for us? Has God turned his backs on us? No. But the thing is that people have turned their backs on God. And that's because of these matrix system and these things that have been put in place that have people turning their backs, thinking that we need to chase money, when the real fact is that we need to chase God, because money has no value. It's only a currency. It's only 0.0000 dot comma. Money doesn't exist, people. It's not real. Do not kill yourself for money, people. I'm telling you, because a lot of people are going to bite the dust. So now, we're going to get into this, man. And we're going to be talking about the bailiffs, people, and what's going on and how it started and how it's going to end. I have the revelation to hand. So, people, we're going to get into this, man. And so we're going to kick it off by telling people, like, if you haven't noticed by now, people, if you haven't noticed by now, the bailiffs, people, the bailiffs are not regular people. Many of them are demons. They're working for a demonic system, people, that is controlled by higher power. When you're in debts with all of these contracts and all of these things, people, for these people to actually get to you, for them to take your belongings and take your possessions and all of these things, they have to go to the high court. They can't just come and do it themselves. Have you noticed? They have to go to the high court, because the high court is the one that are pop up there with the higher power that can send their agents to come and take these things to people. So you haven't noticed, now you know. Bailiffs are agents. The agents that are working for the matrix system, people. So we're going to get into this properly, man. And a majority of these stuff I'm going to talk about, I've explained in previous videos. But in this video, you'll notice I'll go over many things again, so people have a clear understanding of what's going on. And I'm going to break things down neatly. And I'm going to try and talk as slow as possible so people understand. But the good thing is, this video, you can always watch it back over and over again to get a proper understanding. So we're going to move on, people. So we all know, back in the days, when God gave mankind the earth to run, there was no such thing as bills. There was no such thing as debts. There was no such thing as you have to pay a mortgage for a house. There's no such thing as you have to buy land. There's no such thing as even council tax. There was no job centre. There was no forcing to look for work to come and pay the matrix system back the money what you earned. These things have all been put in place, people, and it's being run by a secret party, a secret organization, the matrix system. Now we're going to move on. So yeah, like I was saying, back then people actually owned their house. People actually owned their house, they owned their properties, they had no worries whatsoever. All they had to think about was making, well, going to get food to eat. And as time got on, things slowly getting worse, and that's because mankind done some messed up shit. Messed up shit. A lot of people that you see on the earth have fallen from grace. Like I said, many of these demons or fallen angels fell into the sea. And mankind went with these people, done deals with these people, done deals with demons and stuff like that. And because of that, demons got power over them and strongholds over them, because demons was actually giving them fake power. Fake power, which demons managed to take over a lot of things and take over the earth. And that's how they came up with all these man-made rules, man-made contracts and all of these things, people. You get me? So that's what I'm going to teach people about today, because a lot of people will say, oh, the Prophet Ryye don't know nothing. He's joking. What's all this about? What does he know? But the truth is the fact that God says, my people suffer for the lack of knowledge. For the lack of knowledge, people. So people need to get with the program and start opening their eyes and actually looking into things to know that, listen, these things are real. The majority of the time, I always say it, we're fighting things that we cannot see. You get on, and it's just the realest of things, people, and that's how it is. You get me? So, like I said, mankind played into the demons' hands, and the demons managed to come on earth and take over the earth, and they came with all these man-made rules, and they just messed up everything. And as you can see, as time get worse now, we're living in, like, even the first world country, everyone's struggling. Even middle class people are struggling, whether they want to admit it or not. Even the people at the top, the rich, are even struggling. They're struggling because what a lot of these people have done to get the money is not pure. A lot of people have sold out just for the money. But these bailiff system, you'll notice, they move like they're the police officer sometimes when you see that people have little debts. And you'll notice your debt will start off small, and by the time you know it, it's £500. So even a £65 parking ticket will go up to like 130, and after that you'll see, if you don't pay in 28 days, 130. You don't, and after that it goes to the courts, and after that it goes up, then £500. And by the time you know it, that's just one debt, and you're screwed. But you still have to pay for your housing, your tax, and all of these things. It's not right, is it? You know it's not right. So anyway, we're gonna move on, people, man. Because like I said, I got the revelations. Stay tuned. Make sure you open your ears and make sure you're listening. Oh man. So like I said, people, you get in debt, and then the debt goes to the High Court, right? When the debt goes to the High Court are working for higher power. So then they're in control of, like, the contracts and all of these things, and the man-made letters. So you start getting a letter, they act on their behalf now. They act on their behalf, and they start moving crazy towards people and start sending people letters through the doors like mad. People start worrying, people start getting scared, people start threatening, thinking, shit, I'm going to get this money. And then people start doing some dumb shit, crazy shit for the money. And then by the time we know it, some people have even lost their mind. Some people have lost their mind to where they can't even think straight anymore. I've been there. I'm still going through it right now, but I haven't lost my mind because I know God for who he is. I know the true and living God, which means God is a God of peace. So whether you're going through these things, I've learned to ignore it, block it out, and still live my life. And just know, listen, there's better days ahead where these things are not even going to exist anymore. You get what I'm trying to say, people? I have the revelations, people. Stay tuned. Yeah, man. So like I said, the court job and the government job now is to try and recover that money on behalf of the I call them the little pharaohs because they have such little power, but they go on like they're God. And they have to go to the courts that have way more power than them, and that's how they recover certain things, and people start killing out themselves to pay the court back. And even the court make a little money off that. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's always going to go back to them and the higher power. So now we're going to get into this now, and I'm going to mention how much we are brainwashed. And this is what they do. So if you haven't noticed by now, people, these people, the major system, they like to keep people brainwashed, people, because the more they can keep you brainwashed and you have little understanding of proper real knowledge, is the more it's easy for them to continue and do what they're doing. Because what they're doing is not real. What they're doing is false. And once people are brainwashed and people are not paying attention and people are scared, fear is what is keeping the people dumbed down right now. And that's what they use to keep the people even controlled. Fear. But it's not real. It's not real. Oh, listen, people, man, this is PROPH RYE, man. You know I'm here with a revelation and a prophecy. So they keep people in fear. And when people are in fear, it triggers off something inside your body that makes you scared. It makes you worry. And when you worry a lot, it messes with your brain cells. Now, when that messes with your brain cells, you'll notice you start getting headache, migraine. Every day you're down, you're depressed. And it keeps you dumbed down to living in darkness. But if people actually pray to God and actually look to God, you'll notice that you'll find peace. You won't go through none of these things. But this is what they want you to go through, people. This is what they want you to go through. And if everyone's going through it, the better for them. The better for them. So they can even continue doing, like I made in previous videos, so they can keep on doing what they're doing to people behind in the dark, behind closed doors. But it's for people to open up their eyes and understand what is really going on and the truth. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, so, like I said, people, man, we the people are together in this, man. And when I say together in this, I mean, like, we all have our own debts. Not all of us have the same debts, but many of our debts are all similar. And it's all the debts are paid to the same people. It all goes back to the same people. So, like, for the past, this has been going on for me. This has been going on for young age people. And this I know that the system has got me in a stronghold. And it's all because of the birth certificate again. It goes back to the birth certificate. But down the line, I'm going to explain to you lot about the birth certificate. I'm going to explain to you who's the creator of all of these birth certificate and numbers and all these things. And I'm going to explain to you lot about JANUS. But before I get to that, I'm going to tell you lot about a lot of the debts that I have and the letters that I've been getting through the door, people, and how it's played a part of my life and how it almost drained me out and damaged me. But I still managed to rise and overcome these things. You know why? Because God is real. And God will teach you and He'll let you know, listen, fear not. These things are not real. These are all man-made things. So, like I said, people, from a young age, people, I've had a finance car before. And when I explain this, I want you lot to listen and understand this, but when it gets down the line, I'll explain to you lot about who's in control of all of these things, the real demon that is controlling all of these things. So, like I said, I've had a finance car before, and I was working 2 jobs, and no matter what I do, people, money wasn't just staying. Money was not staying with me. And it just seems like money was just going right back into the government's hands. No matter how much I work, no matter how much hours I do, money was going right back into the government's hand, people. I was getting letters through the door through all type of solicitors. I was getting letters through the door from all type of bailiffs. They were just showing up. My mum kept on calling me and telling me that the bailiffs come today. They threatened to take the things out of the house. And I used to get headaches. I used to get migraine. I used to think I need to do drugs now. I need to sell drugs. I need to do this. I need to get money. I need to pay this. They're going to take my car away. They're going to take this away. You get me, people? I couldn't even pay my insurance at one point. My insurance for a brand new car, and I was only like 20, 21. My insurance was almost £300. And I wasn't even driving the car like that. On most days, I wasn't driving. The car was parked up. I was getting letters. The debt started off from even £20. I was getting letters saying the debt now is now £300. I was getting letters with debts that started off at £65 parking tickets. And then they went up to like £500. And then it's like, I'm looking around, I was thinking my mum's poor. I don't have a dad. He was never there. He didn't teach us no manlyhood or anything like that. But I had to teach myself how to be a man. But I was struggling to teach to be a man and teach myself how to be a man. My mum couldn't do it because she's not a man. But at the same time, people, it's like, you start going through so much pain and stress in your brain. It's like you're taking paracetamols and ibuprofen all the time now because you're getting headaches just thinking about all of these things. And then in your head, you're thinking to yourself, but the government are meant to be leaders. These people are meant to be leaders. They're meant to help us out. There must be some type of way. But what do? They try to tell you to go to debt advice, people like step change and all of these things and sort out something. And these people are helpful, but at the end of the day, you're still paying a lot of money and debts to these people and these creditors that are not real. They're not real. Who made money? Who said money has value? This is why it's important for us, the people, to open up our eyes and actually see for ourselves what is really going on in the world. But because people are too busy living of the world and serving darkness, they don't break out of these strongholds. And many of them sell out and they go and join them. And they end up messing up other people's life and messing up other people's futures, which is not right at all. It's not right. Anyway, we're going to move on, people, man. So, yeah. So this goes back to the birth certificate again, people. And I want people to know, the birth certificate, people, and I keep explaining this, and I'm going to keep on explaining this until I get this drummed into everyone's head. And I'll talk about this in a lot of videos. If you go back to my previous videos, I spoke about this a lot. The birth certificate, people, it's not real. The Most High God, the true and living God, the Alpha and the Omega, the Almighty, did not give us a birth certificate. When we was born to come into the world and serve and redeem ourselves, so we can all make it back into the heaven, to get right with the God. Ask God for forgiveness. God, show us the way, show us the light, please. The birth certificate is not real, people, and it's owned by the matrix system. It's owned by the higher people. And I spoke about this in previous videos, and this is what's keeping people in a stronghold. It's like it's part of our generational curse, and it's something that has to be broken. And if you're not smart and you don't have enough knowledge, and you don't know who God is for yourself, you will never break out of that stronghold, people. You will never break out of that stronghold. I've seen people in their old age right now, and they're still suffering. They're still suffering. Many people are still saying that they have a dream. But many people's dreams have been killed. And that's because of the birth certificate. The government, these people, they give you, the scientists, the government, they give you this birth certificate. And it holds you back massively. It means that you're here to serve them. And if you're not willing to do things on their terms, then they can do whatever they want with you. They basically have full control over you once you have a birth certificate. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so, like I said, they might say I have a birth certificate, but at the end of the day, I did not sign no birth certificate. I did not agree to have a birth certificate. Whoever signed that on my behalf, which is my mum, that birth certificate belongs to her, because that's fraud. There's no way that anyone should sign any birth certificate in anyone's name. You get me? Like I said, I made in a previous video, if I was old enough to know that that this is going to be a burden on my shoulders, I would have read it carefully. I wouldn't have signed it. You get what I'm trying to say? But God didn't send us in the earth to have a birth certificate and to be controlled by these people. It's madness. We are being controlled by demons, people, man. But people are just not awoke, and people are, whoever is part of woke, don't care. People don't care. People only care about themselves. They don't care about the nations of people. They only care about themselves, and they only think about, oh yeah, if I could make it, then yeah, they don't care. Look at all these people that have money, these rich people and that. They don't share their money. These people have millions in their accounts. Some have billions. Do you see them going around giving the poor people money and sharing the money with people? No, because they're not allowed. Because the contract that they sign and the higher power that they serve, they're not allowed, because they have to keep us, the people, enslaved, in debt. So when the time comes, they can send their bailiffs around Why when the bailiffs are coming around to people's houses, and why not these rich people are not stepping up and saying, you know what, I'll cover the debt for you, even though we're not asking for that. But have you not noticed that this thing is only one-sided, people? It's only one-sided. Nobody care about us, the poor people, at all. Only God does. But we have to seek God. We have to keep praying. We have to get closer to the Most High God so we can learn and get the understanding of how we can break the shackles without us selling our souls and these people owning and holding us down. Bro, listen, I know a lot of people, when they watch this video, are going to say, shit, Prophet Ryan is talking facts, you know. This guy's up to something. He knows something. All I'm doing is giving you guys the revelations and the prophecy of what's happening and what's to come. It's that plain and that simple, people. I mean no harm. You get me? I'm just looking out for everyone. I'm just doing the will of God. I'm looking out for everyone. I'm spreading the message, spreading the word, so everyone can open their eyes. And this is what they don't like. Because if everyone's eyes is open to everything, they're finished. So anyways, we're going to move on, people. So, yeah. So we know. So how it works is, people, we're all in debt. They put us in debt. Yeah? And it's like every month is just the same thing. Since I was allowed to start working from the age of 16, people. Yeah. Every day has been the same thing. Every month has been the same thing. And I was even in debt before I was allowed to work at the age of 16. You know why? Because I had family members that are doing fraud in my name. When family members mess up their credit and mess up their life, mess up these things, because you're young and you ain't take out no contract or anything like that yet, they're taking out stuff in your name, whether it's a Sky bill, a contract bill. So before even my mom took out loans in my name, and I saw it on the system, lower portfolio, this loan. Why should I have to pay that back? Bear in mind, I didn't know nothing about that. If I didn't get old and have to check my credit score, pardon me, people, and notice about credit score, I wouldn't know nothing about that. So you have family members taking out stuff in your name, doing fraud in your name, and you don't know nothing about it until you see bailiffs are turning up. And down the line, you know when they turn up the most? When they can see that time is running out and the debt is going to be cleared. That's when they show up the most. It's even come to the point one time, I had these people taking money out of my account when I was getting paid. How can they do such thing? But let me tell you something, people. These things are serious, you know. People need to open up their eyes and see what's going on for themselves, people, man. You get me? So, like I said, people, the first of the month, we're already thinking about paying bills already for the 30th. So now we are racing and killing ourselves every month. From the 1st to the 30th, we're killing ourselves for money. Because we need money to survive, we need money to pay rent, we need money to pay our council tax, we need money to pay our bills. And nevertheless, people have kids, so now you need money to pay for your kids, the uniform, clothes. When will people ever break out of these things, having to have to pay for all of these things? So now, since every 1st of the month is a race. It's a race now to see how much energy you have. Some people have to sacrifice more than many. So there's people out there that have to literally work 7 days a week just to make ends meet. And a lot of people see you working 7 days a week and they think you're killing yourself up for money. No. People are killing themselves up because they have a family to feed. They have bills to pay. When you're working 7 days a week and you still can't even buy yourself a nice trainers or clothes. When you know that you have to buy a lot of tin food, and you know that you like to have a little expensive meal now and then. When you notice that you can't even buy yourself the expensive drinks like the KAs and all these things, so you have to go to Lidl and get yourself the diet drinks, the diet fizzies drink that costs like 35p for a 1.5 litre bottle. You know that life is tough, people. It might sound crazy, but a lot of people don't understand, and they don't know discipline. They don't know discipline. But guess what, people? I'm going to break down to you guys what's really going on. And I'm about to introduce to you lot and let you lot know who is the owner of all of these things. So, If you haven't noticed, people, I've mentioned it before. Debts, numbers, these things are all man-made, people. Now, today I'm gonna tell you lot, and I'm gonna show you lot who is the owner of money, who is the gatekeeper of time, who is the owner of the numbers, your birth, who is the owner of the numbers on your birth certificate, your date of birth. I'm introducing to you guys, people, ladies and gentlemen, mankind, all type of kind, the demon called JANUS. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be thinking, nah, this Prophet Ryan guy is mad. He's gone off the rails. What's he talking about? This guy's crazy. You can't listen to him. Yeah? Well, choose not to listen to me is up to you. At the end of the day, whoever does listen and take this on will understand. And Google is free. Google is free. Do your own research. And by the way, I don't do my research from Google. You better know, knowledge and power. And knowledge is power. Wisdom is power. That can only be granted from the Most High Himself. I don't know about Google, people. You get me? I don't go on Google for anything. You cannot trust Google for anything. But at the end of the day, Google has stuff that you can go on there and type in and actually notice, oh, okay, so JANUS is real. This is real. What is JANUS? JANUS is a demon. He's a money god. And you can do this research for yourself. You get what I'm trying to say? But let me tell you something. We're going to get into this properly, man. And when I'm done with you guys, you're not going to say, Bomba Clot. Even if you're not a Jamaican and you're a white man, African man, you're going to say, Bomba Clot. Them trick with. Them trick with big time. Them trick with. You get me? So, yeah. So, like I said, JANUS is a demon, people. Yeah. And when people are out here killing out themselves for money and all these things and bills and debts and all these things, they don't know that JANUS is in control of these things. You get me? Many people don't know who JANUS is, but you can do your research. But the higher power know what I'm talking about. The Freemasons know what I'm talking about. The Illuminatis know who I'm talking about. The scientists know who I'm talking about. The government them know who I'm talking about, because JANUS is in control of them. JANUS is the one that pays their wages. You get me? So let's get into this. Yeah, man. So, like I said, many people, because of the bailiffs, and we're going to keep it on the bailiffs. It's all about the bailiffs, to be honest. But I want people to know why the bailiffs come and why many of us have been put in debt, and why we are poor, and why the poor will never get rich, and why they say the rich will stay rich and the poor stay poor. And that's because there's a system in place, there's a major system in place. Now, I know everyone, the whole mankind can say, yeah, that bit is true. But when they do their research further and they learn more, they're going to say everything is true that I'm saying. You get me? There's no make-believe in what I say. I preach nothing but facts, people. You get me? So, like I said, many people out there, when the debts hit them, a lot of people string up. What do I mean by a lot of people string up? A lot of people kill themselves. A lot of people can't take it no more. A lot of people can't take the heat in the kitchen. You get me? A lot of people sacrifice their self. And when people kill themselves because of these debts and all of these things, they don't know that it's a sacrificial. So now they benefit. Your debts get wiped off. But now, your vessel, the vessel, your soul, your spirit, they've killed it. They've made you kill it. And it's just sad, really, to know that a lot of people have gone through this. I made a video before. I made a video before this, and I spoke about what was it again? It's on BBC iPlayer. You can type it in and watch it if you want. It's about a young boy who he's literally old enough now to make money. He's had a moped. It looks like he was working for that courier company. I forgot the name of it, anyways. But the bailiffs, the pocket tickets was piling up, man. And he couldn't take it, and he could see that he was just a humble guy, and he doesn't like to trouble people. And he tried to keep it all to himself. And then when it piled up, his stepdad will help him. His mum will help him. They'll pay it off. Then he'll tell them that he'll pay them back. But the work wasn't covering enough, and they was taking the piss out of him. They wasn't hardly giving him any work. And you could just tell like they was all involved, man. They all killed that young boy, except his parents and his stepdad. And he couldn't take it no more. He went to where he grew up and used to play as a kid, and he literally put the rope and he killed himself. And that's because the debts went skyrocket. Now, I had a debt the other day from TFL. I'm just gonna add this in there. I had a debt the other day, people, from TFL. And they called up my phone and they told me that I owed them £6,000. Bear in mind, I do not take bus. I do not take train. But I have an old vehicle that I was driving, people. You get me? And because of Sadiq Khan and this stupid Eulers thing, God's going to punish that man, you know? And we're all going to laugh and hear about it. And when we hear about it, we're all going to laugh. It's only right that we laugh when God punish him. £6,000 for me to drive my own vehicle, just because it's an old vehicle. £6,000. Now, bearing in mind, that debt's going to go up because I'm not going to pay it. I'm not paying that shit. And look at my face. Stress not. I'm stressing not. I'm not stressing over no one anymore. You know why? God has taught me, fear not to stress. People are running around right now like headless chicken. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Why are we going to stress and kill ourselves over debts, knowing that we don't even know when we're going to die? We don't know when we're going to die. We can have all these debts and we could be killing ourselves to pay these debts today. And then tomorrow, we just don't wake up. Who benefits? Them. Who loses are us, because we didn't live our life properly, because we're worrying and struggling and crying over these debts that are not real. TFL trying to give me a £6,000 debt that's not real. I told them on the phone, I said, that debt's not real. I didn't loan no vehicle from you lot. You lot didn't buy my vehicle. And furthermore, I don't have any money. I can't pay that. What you want me to do? Kill myself? I'm not going to kill myself. The lady was like, all right then, Mr. Ryan, all right. We'll speak. And then I got a message saying time after that bailiffs are going to come and all of these things. You see how they work, people? Bailiffs. What they're going to send? They're going to send their demonic agents now to try and take things from my house. But guess what? I have nothing for them to take. I'm a poor man. And they can't take my soul. I've already given it to Most High God. So they're better off just, I don't know. I'm not doing no jail time for that. They can't, I know when you know the law, they can't put you in jail because of a debt. I can't afford it. Do one, mate. You get me? But that's what I'm trying to say. There's people out there that's going through these things and they're stringing themselves up. They're killing themselves because they can't take it. And some people, you can't really blame them. A lot of people are fragile. A lot of people don't like this life. A lot of people don't like these things. They're fragile. But this is what they do. They get people into these debts so they can benefit from this. JANUS is the course, people. JANUS is the course. But anyway, we're going to move on. Yeah. So, like we said, yeah. Yeah, so like we said now, we're going to move on now. We're going to get deep into this thing now. So, like I already explained to you that JANUS is in control of money. JANUS is a money god. JANUS is a demon. Yeah, JANUS is the one that's in control of the matrix system. JANUS is the one that's in control of that. The scientists. JANUS is in control of the numbers that's on your birth certificate. So the day that you was born and they give you a date of birth, you best believe JANUS is in control of that. So JANUS, they know that's why when they have a date of birth, they can know everything about you. You get me? They've already made up when you're gonna live, when you're gonna die, but they're not God. They're not God. They can tell what type of person you are from when you're born. You get me? Because everyone comes into the world from different places. And that's what a lot of people don't know. People think that we're all just human here on the earth. No, we're living on the earth. Right now, we're even living on the earth with bloody robots. And people are blind. They don't know these things, uneducated. But people need to wise up and actually learn and know what's going on out here. You get what I'm trying to say? So like I said, people, they make these stuff up. Yeah? They have Monday to Sunday. But people, Monday to Sunday don't exist. They said there's 30 days in a month. 31 days. January carries 29. It doesn't exist. The months don't exist. You might as well say birthdays don't exist. Once you're on the earth to redeem yourself to the Most High God. But these people make it seem like we're here to redeem ourselves to them. They're in control of us, but it's totally wrong. So people are saying, oh, today's Monday today. No. Today's another day to get right with the Most High God. It doesn't exist. JANUS is the creator of these things. People need to understand as well. JANUS is the gatekeeper of time. JANUS is the gatekeeper of time. So when you see the clocks have gone back and they've gone forward, JANUS is in control of that. Janus is in control of who gets a breakthrough, which means you're gonna have to sign another contract now. And many people sign contracts and they don't know what they're signing. They're just happy to know they're gonna get a money and they're gonna move out of the ends. They're gonna get a mansion, car, and all of these things, and life is gonna get nice for them. No, because the more money you make is the more tax you have to pay to them. I done a video about this already. It's just that I was saving the best to last, so I didn't talk about Janus in that video. But I'm talking about Janus in this one. A lot of people are thinking, alright, cool. Let me make sure that I'm on the right track here. Okay, cool. So, a lot of people are thinking, who is Janus? I've already explained to you who's Janus. Please don't mistake Janus for a woman, because Janus is as much as Janus is a demon. Janus is very serious. Janus is a man. Janus is a man that has two heads, and many people worship Janus. Janus is a money god. All them scientists you see, all the government that you see, all the footballers, all the sports, the music industry, the people that you see on the telly that are high up there, and you lot think that they're idols and people worship these people. These people are all being controlled by Janus. Janus is the one that pays their wages. Listen, Janus is the one that pays their wages. Don't offend Janus, because I'm telling you, Janus is not a woman. Janus actually has two heads, and is a man. He actually has two heads, and he's a man, and he's a demon. Let me see if I can get a picture up and I'll show you lot. You lot can do your own research for yourself, people. I'm not joking here. Let me get a picture up and show you lot. But you lot do your own research, man. Many people will say Janus is not real, but let me tell you something. Janus has approached me many times. I know Janus really well. And they know Janus really well because Janus is in control of them. All right, cool. This is Janus, people. This is Janus. That's Janus. Janus has two heads. So you lot see this for yourself. You lot can do your own research for yourself on Google. Not everything on Google is a lie. So look, it tells you in ancient Roman religion of mythology, Janus was the god of gates and doors. You see? Let me tell you, I didn't learn this from Google, people. This is knowledge that I was given. But you lot can do your own research. Janus was the god of gates and doors. See, the ancient Romans had a specific god who held the key, so to speak, to the metaphoric door of gateways. So the gateway of money, gatekeeping of time. That's who Janus is. Between what was to come, a limited space of transitioning out of one period time into something new. People don't mess with my knowledge, man. I'm here to awake the people and show the people. But people think that I'm a joke because they're thinking, this guy's young. I notice there's a lot of people that are way old. I've come across people in their 50s and 60s. And because I'm only 29 years old, they don't want to listen to me. Or they think, oh, this guy shouldn't know so much because I'm older than him and all of these things. And at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Are you serving God? Have you been serving God? Eh? The 29-year-old is serving God and you're serving money. We're on two different ships here, people. You get me? Don't mistake me for you. You should be thinking about learning and getting right. The same way I learn from a lot of people that are older than me is the same way you can learn from me that's younger than you. Age is only see, and then if they're falling for it again because age is only a number. Age is only a number controlled by who? Janus. You see, this is why people are so in their self like that. You get what I'm trying to say? But anyways, we're gonna move on, people. So I just broke down there nicely for you lot to understand. You get me? And like I said here, I've got my notes to hand, people. You see, when I do my learning, I take down my notes then. You get me? This is what you call a true servant of the Most High God. And I have authority. There's nothing that these people can do to me. Me exposing and talking about these things, they can't do nothing to me because I have authority to speak. They do not own my vessel. I keep telling people this. I have not sold out. God owns my vessel. God owns my destiny. God owns my soul. This is why they need to let go of me and break my burdens and break my shackles, because I have nothing to do with the matrix system. And if they're trying to hold me accountable for the birth certificate, that's fraud. I'm looking to bring them to the law of God, because I did not sign no birth certificate. They do not own me. You get me? So we're going to move on anyways. Yeah, so I'm going to tell people how I've met Janus and I've come into encounter with Janus, and what Janus has tried to do for me and offer me to join them and their elites. So yeah, people. So like I said, it's been 2 years. I've been on my journey, people. I don't think I'm going off topic, because this is all in one. Because for me to tell you a lot about the bailiffs and who's in control of the bailiffs, I have to explain to you a lot about who Janus is and how Janus is in control of them, and how the bailiffs end up coming to your house, and how you can learn and knowledge yourself to know that these things are not real. Don't kill yourself. Don't sacrifice yourself. You get me? But like I said, I've been on my journey for almost 2 years now, people. And let me tell you something. The Most High God will make you go through hard times, because there's no shortcuts, like how these other people take shortcuts and they tell a lie that they went on a journey. None of them are on a journey. Because the journey that I know is not easy. It's rough. I was homeless twice. The system really tried to take me out of the game. And even if you fall through and you join them, when you're a special one, they'll kill you still, because they want what you have. You have to remember that. They want what you have. So, like I said, is when you're going through the hardest time the most, Janus will approach you. And bear in mind, Janus don't approach just anyone, you know. You have to be really a proper real prophet, a real man of God, for Janus to approach you. You have to have something about you for Janus to approach you. Because Janus normally sends his agents and that with contracts, give people deals and stuff like that. A lot of people will see this message, and a lot of people that have sold their souls and that will see this message and don't know shit, but I haven't met Janus. Janus haven't approached me. That's because Janus know that you're not worth being approached. So he will send agents to approach you. But the amount of time that Janus has approached me, people, and I said, Janus, I'm good. No deal, man. I'm good, Janus. Leave me alone. And you have to rebuke him. You have to rebuke him. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself to know that I have nothing. I have God, I have life, I'm breathing. I have no stress. I've got I'm in probably about £50,000 worth of debt, or probably more. And I never felt so much happier than how I felt 2 years ago when I had so much debts, and I'm running around for money thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to have to sell drugs. I'm going to have to do this. And then, oh shit, I'm going to have to move into a higher level of drugs now, because shit, this is not working out. No, calm down, slow down, pray. Repent. Say, God, please show me a sign. Lead me. Help me, God. Send me help. I'm telling you, that's all God wants. God just wants you to cry out to him, man, so he can help and save you. I'm telling you, I should have been dead by now, people, and I'm alive to tell people this type of stuff, to preach to people, to show people the revelations. And I'm proud of myself. Whoever's not proud of themselves is one of them. It's one of them. No joke. So like I said, Janus has approached me and he's offered to give me penthouse. I've seen the money go up from even 2 million to 5 million to 8 million to Janus even saying, Ryan, I'll give you $1 billion or 2 billion to quit what you're doing and come and join us. Janus was trying to, that's what I'm saying. When you're close with God and you're on a journey with God, they want to get you offered that because you become a threat to them. But God says, fear not. Fear not. What does that mean? That means that when God says fear not, means do not fall into temptation, as these things are not real. But these people will put fear into your head. Whether they say they're going to kill you, whether they're going to put you in jail, or whether they're going to try and bring you to the court, whether they're going to try and assassinate you, fear not. All is done. So anyways, we're going to get into this, man. So like I said, Janus offered me an apartment. Janus offered me a mansion. He offered me Rolls Royce. He offered me all this money. He basically was trying to give me the world for me to sell my soul. Now, we've all watched many movies with Jesus, and you've seen how much the devil tempt Jesus, man. It wasn't easy. There was even one time the devil was even telling Jesus to jump off the building and that he'll make it. He'll be all right. He will live. Came to me even as a snake, saying, showing him visions and that, saying, I can give you this, I can give you that. That's what Janus done. He done it to me. Now, if I told you, look, the amount of deals I turned down from Janus people, there's a lot of people out here that are money hungry and all they think about is just money. They would have took them deals and run off. And if there was a true chosen, they would have fooled themselves because Janus would have killed them anyways. They would have been killed. By the time you start enjoying, and don't you see a lot of people, by the time you start enjoying these things, they bloody take it back, man. You get me? They take it back from you. So don't be fooled, people, by these things, man. And when you're a special person, when you're a papa man of God, I told you, when you have powers, and I don't have powers, by the way, God has all the powers. But when you have given authority and you're a powerful man working for the Most High God, that's when important people, and I'm going to say important because Janus is important to the world. He's important to a lot of people out there. Janus is in control of everything. I told you, he's a gatekeeper of everything, money and time. He pays their wages, but money is not real. When you approached by someone like Janus, you already know that you're a really important person, man. And their system is crumbling. You get me? So, we're going to move on, people, yeah? So, we spoke about that. We spoke about that. So we spoke about that. Janus is in control of the money. He's in control of everyone's basically destiny through the birth certificate. So we realized that not only scientists are the ones that own the birth certificate and controlling people for the birth certificate. We now notice that Janus is the higher being, the higher demon that is controlling the matrix system now and controlling everything, the time, whether you are killing yourself for a Rolex watch. Janus is in control of that time. He's the gatekeeper of time, the gatekeeper of money, the gatekeeper of who should be rich, the gatekeeper of who should not be rich. You get me? So we're going to move on, people, man. I know everyone's going to enjoy this topic, but I think, yeah. This Prophet Ryan has taught us a lot today, man. We're going to stay away from money and we're going to try and get close to God and let God pay us our wages. You get me? We're going to work hard. There's no shortcuts, people. When you're living for the light, there's no shortcuts. You have to take this long road. But I'm telling you, the hard times is wonderful. It's beautiful. Because you won't be like these Muppets that have money and they're just doing stupid things out there. God blesses your money when you're paid. So anyways, just to finish this topic up, people, I'm going to give you the revelations. And this is the part that they're not going to like. This is the part that they're going to hate. You get me? This is the part they're going to want to say, you can't. But they only can talk, man. There's only mouth talk with these people. Because a lot of them are full of demons. A lot of them are demons. What demons have no power to light. Darkness cannot come against light. It's impossible. Fear not. You get me? So to finish this topic up, people, we all know that we're living in a make-believe system now. And I've let a lot of people know that this system is not real. Everything is fake, right? And all of these things, money and that, is not real. And all of these things are going to come to pass now because I'm going to give you the revelation and the prophecy now. So listen, Janus is going back home, people. A lot of people are thinking, what are you talking about, Prophet Ryan? Explain to us. Give us the wisdom. Give us the knowledge. What do you mean Janus is going back home? Janus is going back to hell. I told you, look, Janus is a demon. You get me? Only put on earth to mess things up. You get me? All of these demons and stuff that these people are worshipping people are false. Pardon me. These people are here to trick people. That's why it's called a matrix system. And once you don't know about the real Almighty, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the creator of the heaven and earth, you're doomed. You're really, 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 really doomed. Because now, I've realized I just take life easy now. I just kick back and chill. When people are stressing out, I'm not even thinking. More time you try to talk to people, and you try to give them advice and you try to help them with certain things, and they're looking at you and they've already made up their mind. And they don't want to hear you talking about peace and God and all of these things. They're in their head, they're thinking, I don't want to hear that. What's that going to do for me? How's that going to benefit me? How's that going to help me? You telling me about God right now, how's that going to help me? And you just have to laugh to yourself with your mind and leave them to it. Because you can tell people, but you can't force them to drink. You get me? But when you're on the right path and on the right track, that's what makes me laugh even more. It makes me smile even more. Because nothing has ever been so grateful and gracious to me. You get me? So, like I said, Janus is going back. He's going back to hell. And all of these people that have taken contracts on Janus, all of these people that haven't met Janus before and are think they're living a wonderful life out there with all this money and they've gained the world, they're going to join Janus in hell. These people are now Janus's people. God says he doesn't know them. God don't know them. A lot of people you hear out here talking about, yeah, God done this for me. I'm a strong believer in God. God done this for me. God bettered my life. God is the one that done this. Let me tell you something. If you believe them, you're a fool. What I just told you who Janus was? The god of money and time. The gatekeeper of money and time. He's a demon. He's a god. So now you know a lot of people are calling their demons God. You get me? Not everyone is serving the true and living God. So when you hear people saying that I serve God, only one God, you best believe that their God is their demons. You get me? And you can tell by the fruit that they bear and the way they're acting. And the people that they chill out with, the people that they hang around with. Because the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Yeah? So Janus is going back, people. And he's going to take them with them. Because he owns them now. Their vessel is his. You get me? Because he's giving you lot contracts and deals to gain the world. So you're going with him. You're not going to heaven. There's only a small percentage of people that is making it into heaven. You get me? And by the way, behold of the new earth to come. Once all of these things are cleaned up and all of these people are disappeared, the poor, oh my word, the rich is going to be cut down to size, people, and the poor is going to inherit the earth and the heavens. So life is going to go back to how it was way before all of these things was going on, way before people was paying for houses, paying rent, paying tax, and being in control by these people and these fake government system, fake scientist system, fake courthouse and all these things. You'll be surprised to know that even the judge in the courthouse is a paedophile and is doing witchcraft and doing bear type of rituals. You'll be surprised. They're all part of the matrix system, people. And they're the ones that are judging people. But let me tell you something. In the courthouse of God, they are being judged. They're all going to be cut down to size. And they're going to become slaves before they die and go to hell. They're going to become slaves. So you're not going to witness this with your own eyes. I promise you. If you think I'm joking, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And if you think I'm joking, you must be talking. Yeah, man. So like I said, Janus is going to be gone. And if Janus is the god of all of these things, the gatekeeper of money, the gatekeeper of time and everything, what do you think is going to happen? That means that the system breaks down. That means that the scientist system breaks down. That means the government system breaks down. No one's going to pay them all this money no more. People's going to realize that money is not real. You get me? And we ourselves are the money. We are the currency. If that breaks down, everything breaks down. The whole system breaks down. The whole matrix system breaks down. Which means that the people are going to be free. And free from enslavement. Because the only reason why we're in enslavement right now and everyone's working hard, doing 7 days a week and have to work hard to kill out themselves for their family, to pay rent and all of these bills, is because of Janus and his agents. You get me? Because of the birth certificate. If Janus is gone, there's no more birth certificate that's controlling people anymore. You get me? People will be free. People are going to be free. But let me tell you something. Behold. Behold for what's to come. Behold, people. Behold. Because like I said, God bless the ones that didn't sell out and didn't sell their soul. And they prayed and they kept the faith. Because let me tell you something. It's your faith that is going to set you free. Faith is more expensive than money. Faith is more than money. Faith is showing your appreciation to God. Behold. I'm telling you. People think that is a joke. I don't know why people think that these things are a joke. I'm telling you. Money is only 0,000, comma. It's not real. It's all make-believe. The whole system is not make-believe. But blessed be the ones that waited on God. Those are the ones that are going to inherit the earth. The new earth to come. The new world to come. And when time is done, they surely have a reward and they have a place next and a seat next to the Most High God in heaven. You get me? And for the ones that sold out, and I don't know. For the ones that sold out, let me tell you something. Just to drive big cars and live life and have sex with all these demonic women out here, because that's all the dark side ever give them. And this is why you have to be careful who you're having sex with, because all the dark side ever give them is demonic women from all different type of life. But when you're out here and you meet proper chosen woman, proper woman of God, wow. You notice beauty just doesn't come from the face, the body. It comes from inside. It comes from inside people. A beautiful spirit. And let me tell you something. I can walk on the road for one whole week and come across a woman with no beautiful spirit. No beautiful spirit, but be tempted by lust. And I'm telling you, you don't want a part of that. You don't want none of that, people. You don't want none of that, man. You get me? And right now, these modern day women are setting people up, giving people kids, giving people jackets. When I mean my jackets, giving people kids that are not theirs. Because they can already see your spirit and that you're a man that is chosen. Like, God has you got a lot of inheritance. So they want to throw kids on you and that. People are not smart. People are not wise, you know. I was with a woman, 2 youths I got. And it's a good thing I'm on my journey, because when my journey's done, they will have my DNA. Because God does them type of things there. There's nothing that God can't do. But for now, I was with an ex-partner for 8 years and she could see my destiny. And this is why I have to be careful, because there's a lot of people out here that are working for the devil. A lot of these girls, 85% of the women out here are working for the devil. And a lot of them are from the devil. You get me? Vice versa, men. Not everyone out here is from God. I'm telling you that now. There's all type of walks of different type of life out here. You know, hear what I said? There's even robots on the road. People are having sex with robots. If you're not spiritually fit, you're spiritually dumb. I'll tell you that right now. You're blind. You don't know nothing. So wherever you're out there, you believe you shagged a hot bird. You believe you breed a hot bird. Let me tell you something. Let me stop, because people will get scared, innit? But let me tell you something. God says it, you know. Who has eyes, let them see. Who has ears, let them hear. If you're spiritually finished, you're spiritually finished. I'll tell you that now. A lot of the time, you're walking amongst a lot of people out there that are dead. And a lot of people out there having sex with people that are dead. Who's controlling that body? Demons. The body's a clone. But you can't tell people these things, because they're going to think you're stupid and you're dumb. But like I said, it's good when I'm me being spiritually fit for myself. I'm happy with that. Whatever people want to do and cause more burden and more destruction and make their journey harder for them there. So it's up to them, because people think they can get away from doing the journey. You can't get away from doing the journey. And down the line, it's only going to get 10 times harder, especially when you get a message telling you that you need to be on a journey. It's only going to get 10 times harder. But let me tell you something. I'm just spreading the message for the people that are out there that are not woke and they need to be woke, innit? But apart from that, the rest of them, yeah, I'm not for everyone, innit? And yeah, God's not saving everyone too. So you best believe that this thing is serious and this thing is real. But anyways, yeah, man. Just to end this now, people. So now you don't know who JANUS is. Now you don't know why there's a lot of people are in debt and who controls this and who controls the matrix system. And JANUS is the demon that is ahead of. JANUS is the gatekeeper of all of these things. So yeah, JANUS is the higher power that is controlling the whole system, the money system, the system of time, and the scientists, the government. So that's why government can't chat to me. The government and scientists can't chat to me. They have to send JANUS have to approach me. In the spiritual world, JANUS had to approach me. Because I'm a big deal. You get me? I'm a big deal. When you know God for yourself and you know that God is real, let me tell you something. You're bold, you know. You're bold. And more time you lie, irritates demons, fam. So when you're smiling and that, the demons are getting irritated. Demons can't chat to me. Man, real man of God, we're not frightened of demons. When demons come, we will thump them down, man. You get me? But not everyone can do them thing there, because demons will box you down. If you're not careful, demons will actually punch you up, box you down. You get me? But anyway, we're not going to get into that. We'll say that for another topic. I just want everyone to know about the bailiff system and JANUS. So you lot have learned, look, I've been talking for an hour, I didn't even know that. So you lot know JANUS and who JANUS is and who these people, the Freemasons, the Illuminati and all of these people are serving. JANUS, and now you know where these people get their money from. Now you know who's gatekeeping the time. Now you don't know that money's not real. Now you don't know that numbers are not real. Now you know that Monday to Sunday is not real. Now you know the calendar month is not real. There's no 1st to the 30th. Every day is another day to get right. And it's just simple as that. But people, listen, video done right, yes, you know. You get me? It's a boy, Prophet Ryan. Stay blessed. And I hope we lot watch this and learn. Stay blessed.